Early Modern English and the Great Vowel Shift. Welcome to the presentation on Early Modern English and the Great Vowel Shift, a fascinating period of linguistic evolution that transformed the English language between the 15th and 17th centuries. During this time, English underwent significant changes both in its vocabulary and its pronunciation. The Great Vowel Shift, in particular, was a key phenomenon that reshaped the way English vowels were pronounced, leading to the emergence of the modern English vowel sounds. In this presentation, we will explore the causes and effects of the Great Vowel Shift as well as its broader impact on the development of the English language. So, join us as we journey through this transformative period in linguistic history. In this slide, we will provide an introduction to the early modern English and the historical context of the 15th to 17th centuries, setting the stage for understanding the linguistic shifts that occurred during this period and their significance in studying English history and literature. Early modern English, as the name suggests, refers to the form of the English language used from approximately the late 15th century to the late 17th century. This period marked a significant transition from Middle English to the language we recognize today. It was a time of great change and innovation in England with cultural, political, and social developments that influenced the English language. During the 15th to the 17th centuries, England experienced the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the rise of the British Empire. These historical events had a profound impact on English society and culture, leading to the changes in language, literature, and the ways of thinking. Understanding the linguistic shifts that occurred during this period is crucial for studying English history and literature. The changes in language reflect the broader cultural and intellectual developments of the time, providing insights into the values, beliefs, and ideas of early modern English society. Moreover, many of the greatest works of English literature, such as the plays of William Shakespeare and the poetry of John Milton, were written during this period. By studying the linguistic changes that took place, we can gain a deeper appreciation and understanding of these literary masterpieces, as well as the historical context in which they were written. The early modern English is characterized by several key figures that distinguish it from Middle English and contribute to its evolution into modern English. One of the most significant developments during this period was the emergence of standardized spelling and grammar. Prior to the early modern English, English spelling and grammar were not standardized, leading to variations in written text. The printing press, which had become more widespread by this time, played a crucial role in standardizing English spelling, and printers and writers began to use consistent spellings and grammar rules, making the text more uniform and easier to read. Another characteristic of early modern English was the influence of Latin and Greek on the English vocabulary. During the Renaissance, there was a renewed interest in classical languages and literature, leading to the adoption of many Latin and Greek words into English. This influx of new vocabulary enriched the English language and expanded its expressive capabilities. The proliferation of the printing press also aided in the standardization of English. With the printing press, books could be produced quickly and in large quantities, leading to an increase in literacy rates and the spread of knowledge. This helped to further standardize each spelling and grammar as printed text became more widely available and influential. Despite these developments, early modern English was still in a state of transition from Middle English to modern English. While many of the features of modern English were beginning to emerge, there were still differences in pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary that set the early modern English apart from the English we speak today. Overall, early modern English was a period of significant change and development for the English language. The emergence of standardized spelling and grammar, the influence of Latin and Greek on the vocabulary, the proliferation of the printing press, and the continued evolution from Middle English to Modern English are all key characteristics that define this period in the history of English language. The Great Vowel Shift is a key linguistic phenomenon that occurred during the transition from Middle English to early modern English. It refers to a systematic change in the pronunciation of English vowels, leading to a dramatic alteration in the phonetics of the English language. The Great Vowel Shift is generally believed to have occurred from around the late 14th to the early 18th century, spanning several centuries. During this time, the pronunciation of English vowels underwent significant changes, particularly in the long vowels. One of the most important aspects of the Great Vowel Shift is its impact on the English language. The shift led to differences in pronunciation and spelling as the pronunciation of certain vowels changed while the spelling remained the same. This has contributed to the irregularities in English spelling that we see today, where the same letter or combination of letters can be pronounced in different ways. The Great Vowel Shift had a profound effect on the development of the English language, shaping the way we speak and write today. It marked a significant transition from the pronunciation patterns of Middle English to those of early modern English, laying the foundation for the phonetics of modern English. In this slide, we will explore the example of vowel shifts in early modern English and discuss the legacy of the Great Vowel Shift. During the Great Vowel Shift, many vowels in English underwent significant pronunciation changes. For example, the vowel in the words like name, wife, and house shifted from a Middle English pronunciation to a more modern pronunciation. The long vowels also experienced shifts, such as the sound of I in bite, which is from a pronunciation similar to modern E sound to the current pronunciation. These examples highlight the dynamic nature of the Great Vowel Shift and its impact on the pronunciation of English words. These shifts in pronunciation had a lasting effect on the English language, influencing the way we speak and write today. The legacy of the Great Vowel Shift is profound. It has had a long lasting influence on modern English pronunciation and spelling. The changes in vowel sounds that occurred during the Great Vowel Shift continue to shape the way we pronounce the words in English, and the irregularities in English spelling can often be traced back to the shifts in pronunciation that occurred during this period. Moreover, the Great Vowel Shift is of great significance in understanding the development of English language. It marked a crucial stage in the evolution of English phonetics and contributed to the complexities of English spelling. By studying the Great Vowel Shift, we can gain valuable insights into the historical development of English and the factors that have shaped the language we use today. Overall, the examples of vowel shifts in early modern English and the legacy of the Great Vowel Shift highlight the importance of this linguistic phenomenon in the history of English language. The Great Vowel Shift continues to impact modern English pronunciation and spelling, underscoring its enduring significance in the development of the English language.
To obtain a course completion certificate, visit our site and finish the rest of the course video. Sign up or sign in, choose your level, watch the video and take the quiz. Finish all the quiz to unlock the final quiz and get your certificate. Happy learning!